Yo guys, what's going on? I'm Tim Kelly. This is The Real Sports Talk. Thank you for tuning in. You can follow me on Twitter at CashKelly_TRST, Facebook.com/TheRealSportsTalk, and Section215.com. The Miami Heat and the Milwaukee Bucks playoff series. To a lot of people, when it was first announced that these two would be playing each other because they were the 1 versus 8 seed, I think most people felt like this was going to be a pretty cut and dry. He would win this series probably in 4 or 5 games. The only reason that it got a lot of attention was because of the bulletin board material that Brandon Jennings said the other day when he said that he believed the Milwaukee Bucks would defeat the Miami Heat, that it would be a very good series, but that the Bucks would defeat the Heat in 6 games. I think a lot of people overreact to this when you're in the media. That's kind of your job to do because it gets you views, gets you hits, whatever you want to say, across the internet, across TV. It gets people to tune in. So that part I understood. But if you realistically think about it, what else is Brandon Jennings going to say other than we're going to win this series? I think that if he says anything else other than that, then it's just stupid, because when you're an athlete, you need to have that mentality that you are going to win every game that you play. Now, as far as Game 1, the Miami Heat do end up winning this one 110-87. The bottom line is that you like Brandon Jennings coming out and feeling confident, whether he really felt that or not. You like him coming out and acting confident. But the bottom line is that the Bucks just don't have enough to compete with the Miami Heat unless Monte Ellis or Brandon Jennings, unless one of them drops like 40 or 50 points in one game. I realistically think that is the only way that this team does not get swept in this series. We saw what the Heat have today. Obviously, LeBron James is about to win his 4th MVP, was tremendous tonight. 9 of 11 from the field. That is ridiculous. 27 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists. And then we saw him with that dribble drive, left dunk. That was nice. Dwayne Wade added in 16 points. The one concerning thing about him, another slow start in this game. He did that in the playoffs a lot last year, had slow first halves. He cannot get into doing that again in the playoffs this year. But the guy who really, for me, brought the most in this game was Chris Anderson, the Birdman, on 10 points, 7 rebounds, 3 of which came on the defensive side, 4 of 4 from the field in only 16 minutes, including a ridiculously disgusting putback dunk. And the bottom line, LeBron James talked about it after the game. He brings a ridiculous amount of energy to this team, and that is what has made him so successful this season in Miami, what's made him successful earlier on in his career over in Denver. So the Milwaukee Bucks fall to the Miami Heat 110-87, and quite honestly, it was a game that the Heat did not look like through the first 2.5 quarters very good, but late in the 3rd quarter, they bring in Birdman, the rapper. They bring in Chris Anderson, and he gets the job done by providing a spark for this team. LeBron James got going a little bit, and Birdman, you saw just the Heat bring the energy back into the building, and I think that's really when they turned it on. And the fact that they didn't have it turned on for the first 2.5 quarters, and they were still winning by 7 or 8 points at that point, I think it sends a pretty clear message that this is going to be a 5-game series at most. In all likelihood, though, it will be a 4-game sweep for the Miami Heat, who begin their defense of their NBA title. I'm Tim Kelly. This is The Real Sports Talk. I'll catch you guys next time.